Hello everyone, and it's Christmas time, so you know what that means. It's a yearly review of Halo as a franchise, and we're going to give it a mark rated from S+ all the way to F. This year has had a lot of ups and downs for sure. A roller coaster, as I said last week, and today we're going through all of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about key notable events that helped shape the year, both from the community and Halo Studios. Back then it was 343. And then you guys in the comments can give me your thoughts and tell me what you think. It's safe to say we have a lot to talk about, so let's get into the video. So I thought about how I was going to structure this video, and I was thinking, do I go through the months one by one? Do I pick key moments and just wing it that way? Or do I cover a few of both and then describe the general feel of the entire Halo community heading into the new year? The latter is what I've chosen to go for. If you haven't seen my Halo Situation is Out of Control video, I strongly suggest you watch that at some point. In it, I talk about the three current types of Halo fans, the ones that are optimistic, the ones that absolutely hate 343 and Halo Studios, and the ones that are indifferent as it's been 12 years of letdowns. They don't know how to feel at this point. That is the first thing I want to talk about, the roller coaster of news that came out this year. The really big change, of course, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, is 343 rebranding to Halo Studios and the announcement of Unreal Halo. But I've been mentioning the Unreal swap for at least 3 years now, so it's not all that big of a surprise to see they did it. For the Halo games this year, the devs didn't release all that much. Halo MCC didn't get a single update all year from Halo Studios. And the general news that came out was that Halo MCC development in an official capacity has ended. The community, on the other hand, has just kept work going with numerous awesome updates this year. Split screen on PC, a brand new custom checkpoint tool, a free cam feature for Halo Combat Evolved in Halo 2. Hell, we even had Halo CE virtual reality and all of the mods associated with that. It was really amazing to see just how much the community cares about the games we've all grown up with. It's easy to get bogged down and negative with the lack of official content, but seriously, these guys who made all of these cool additions do it for free, and it's so awesome. Speaking of additions by Halo fans, Halo 2 on the original Xbox also got restored this year. I covered it a bit a few months ago for the 20th anniversary, but Halo 2 on the original Xbox Live actually came back, and thanks to Insignia, it was actually playable without mods. Yet again, another love letter to the community by the community. It was a combination of ex-developers sending code, other Xbox Live engineers lending insight, and then the passion from Halo fans to restore the original functionality of the game. On the Infinite front, however, we had a pretty large content drop at both the start and the end of the year. The axing of seasons meant lots of cosmetics that would have been in the Spirit of Fire Battle Pass, because that's what the season was going to be, were thrown into the shop, which upset fans. We also saw the addition of near full cross-core customization, which Halo players loved. Unfortunately, developers then came out and said, yeah, now we're going to charge you more for the exact same piece of armor now that it can be used with other armor cores. That kind of tainted the goodwill they built up, as cross-core customization is literally just Halo Reach's standard customization. You don't get to charge more for fixing things to how they should be. Let me repeat that again. You do not get to charge more for fixing things to how they should be. Speaking of that, microtransactions were absurdly priced all year, a bit cheaper towards the end of the year, but they were pretty steep throughout the entire year. I had anonymous submissions from developers throughout the year, and they all said the same thing. The noise people make about microtransactions means absolutely nothing, as they honestly expect people to complain. The only way microtransaction prices would go down on Halo Infinite is if the actual bottom line changes, how much they make per month from microtransactions, due to the silent majority no longer buying the product on offer. That's the only time the prices would go down, as they're seeing a sharp decline in cosmetics purchased. So unless we got really vocal, don't expect any changes to the microtransaction model going forward. Now, in terms of content on Halo Infinite, 343 Industries released Illusion, the only developer map from them all year, and the brand new weapon, the MA5K Avenger. There was new Forge maps from external third-party agencies like Sparasoft Studios, but were often a lower quality than the community-made maps. What made them lower quality? Visually, they didn't look as good, and they didn't even perform as well. One of the main issues was the respawn points. Now, where the community came in was that every single playlist refresh, bar a few maps, was all community-driven content. So Squad Battle, Big Team Battle, Infection, Tenrai 4, and Halo 2's classic playlist. I'm sure there was others, but that's what I'm listing off the top of my head. All community made. I truly hope Halo Studios appreciates everything the community has done, as without us, or I should say the Forgers, modders, and anyone else who enjoys Halo still, there really would have been no content this year. Countless amazing mods came out, like Huge Grass, or the new Inferno Plus Halo 3 Pimps at Sea mod. There was Star Wars Battlefront mods, and there was even the Halo 2 E3 demo that released just last month. Repeatedly over the last 5 years, the Halo community has put in so much work to make the game and franchise better, and I want the new management at Halo Studios to see just how important it is that they have such talented community members. The content the community has made this year took the pressure off the official devs so they could sort their shit out. Without those community creations, those exact same Halo fans would have been at the developers' throats saying it's been all year. Where the hell is a new game announcement or content? And speaking of content, I still believe Halo MCC Legacy support is an investment into the future. Select mods on Xbox, modded custom game browser. I've said it so many times, it needs to happen. Minor support to keep that foundational nostalgic legacy alive and make it into an ecosystem that is self-sustaining. That would be the ideal solution for me. It honestly seems like the corporate executives over at Microsoft are unwilling to do this. I also wonder if they're scared that their new Unreal Halo project won't be received as well if Halo MCC is still thriving, as people would make too many comparisons. But that's the risk. It's the worst kept secret that Halo Studios is going to make a remake of Combat Evolved. All those original Halo assets we saw in the preview, like the Mark V Chief, the CE Magnum, people are going to make comparisons no matter what happens. So not having MCC support leading up to the release just seems counterintuitive. With that, it brings me to the Unreal Halo / Halo Studios discussion. I'm not going to judge anything until I sit down and play the new games they're working on. Until then, you can be a pessimist, you can be an optimist, but none of us, nobody, knows how things are going to turn out. I choose to be an optimist purely because life's too short to be angry all of the time. I want Halo to succeed. I want it to be better than it was. Do I, like many of you, wish things were different? Absolutely. But this is the hand we've been dealt, so I hope the developers respect the Halo legacy and make a game that is truly worthy of the Halo name. Time will tell. The last thing I need to mention that happened this year for Halo on the developer side is the numerous sandbox changes and fixes that have been made on Halo Studios' part. Both vehicles, weapons, and equipment have all been altered. Obviously, these were minor changes, but the most notable return was grenade jumping. In summary, it's been a year of ups and downs. At the start of the year, we heard support was almost completely over outside of community maps for Halo Infinite. Now, we're hearing rumors of continued support far into 2025. For that reason, I think we're in a better state at the end of this year than we were the last, especially with the announcement we know there's going to be new Halo projects on the horizon. And that is it. That is this year in Halo. Full of ups and downs, a strong emphasis on community content, and to be 100% honest, the community carried all of the content in the Halo scene this year. Not much from the devs outside of minor adjustments, but if it wasn't for every single one of you who are still so passionate about Halo, I wouldn't still be making videos today. You guys keep me going, the modders and the forgers, they keep me going too, and I'm really grateful for each and every one of you. To give a score from S+ to F, I'd have to give this year a C, because in terms of community content, it's an S+. The community kicked it out of the park this year, but in terms of developer content, it's barely above an F with how little we saw, so I feel a C is fair. With that said, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. I'm taking some time off to spend quality time with the family. Let me know what you would rate this year in Halo, from an S+ all the way down to an F, and why. January 1st, I'll be back with a brand new Halo video. It's going to be a banger. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.